I was born, I believe, on Easter Sunday, 1921. Well, just the old cars, and I guess even before I was born, or around that time, they used to go with the horses and the sleighs. Father and mother and grandfather, whoever they might be, they'd leave early in the morning, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and stand on the market for the day, selling pork or chickens or turkeys, whatever it might be. Down on Cooper Street, leave at 11 o'clock at night, or 10 o'clock maybe, 3 teams of horses, and go right down Old 17 or across the river and go into Aylmer down on the market then, and unload the wood, and she'd have a good hot dinner ready, and take 1 team of horses, and go down on the market and then get boxes of raisins or a bag of sugar or flour and some groceries, and come back home with the horse up Old Highway 17 or across the river, and be back home at night at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. The whole city, the whole country, all out with all burnt wood, and too bad they won't burn it yet and keep some of the wood cleaned up, but cut wood all winter and split it and then take it to the market, sell it to the householders then the next winter. It'd be dried over the summer. $6 and $7 a cord. $6 and $7, and yeah, how many times you handle it to get that bit of money? $6 and $7 a cord. Cut it in the bush and draw it and split it and pile it and let it dry over the summer and then burn it the next winter. Everybody was able to work, and well, they had to work. There was no other way of getting a dollar. At times in depression, the odd person used to lose their home or their farm maybe. Depression, they just didn't have money to overcome, to meet the bills. They just have to get out. They lost their farm. Not very, very few of them. Taxes were little or nothing then, but you didn't get nothing to pay taxes with either. I remember when I seen when the freight train would be going by, hobos, what do you call them, poor fellows, they did nothing else. They stand in between the cars and they hang on to the cars, and they go to the next station or wherever they might stop. Where they'd stop, I don't know, but they were heading west, I guess, or heading east, wherever they could get going, make a dollar or get something decent. Where they landed up, I don't know. They come in off the road. The house was close to the road, all right. It was back a piece. They come in and give them a sandwich and a cup of tea, and they get a good snack, and they'd go out and walk somewhere else then, and where they slept at night on the side of the road and go to the next place. Where they're going, I don't know. I guess going west or going east, going somewhere, but they walk the roads. Yeah, well, I remember that all right. Yeah, it's Charles Bay. The government used to put in maybe thousands of blocks to keep things cool for the summer. The army was there down at Constance Bay, at Shirley's Bay as they call it, and I worked there, drew ice there, and cut it. It'd be 2 feet deep or more than that, and you're standing there and you'd with the tongs and give it a couple of little plucks in the water. If your foot slipped in, then with one fellow slipped in, but he came right back up and got him out in the middle of January.
He came back up.
He's just like he come up in the water, not under the ice. Yeah. I seen him going down in the, I don't know what they call the machine. The logs might be maybe 5 or 6 or 10 acres big, but one log was tied to another with some kind of a nail or a wire, and round like that, and this thing was drawn it just like a skidoo or something like that, and with the horses draw the logs out the window, and the men in the shanty draw them out onto a lake, and then they what they call drive them down into some other place, and then get them krell in and take them to Booth's Mill, I guess. I've seen they call it a scow, I think. I seen it go up and down at the river, down at Burry's there. Steamboat. Yeah. No, I remember that all right, but I never seen them a steamboat, and used to stop here and there all the way along, right down at the river there. There was a fellow who used to light the light every night. Tommy Campbell was his name for the boats. How far up they went, I don't know. Back we were up one day and come back the next, something like that. There's steamboats, and have a light when they used to pull in there and get somebody or something else, whatever it might have been, and carry on. Entertainment.
If you had any spare time.
There's no spare time. Play cards at night for a while, and before my time, it was all my dad or mother. There used to be night parties with the horses and the sleighs. They'd go to the neighbours and have a party in the big old frame houses. Then there was lots of room in the big kitchens, and just lady'd play the piano and somebody a fiddle, and that was the entertainment. Then in the winter time too, around Dunrobin Woodland, say right here too, they used to go across the ice in the winter time to Quio to house parties in the weekends, Saturday night or Sunday night, with the horse and the sleighs across the ice. And they think nothing about it, what they call all house parties. They'd good times.
They were good times and very little trouble.
And no trouble.
No trouble.
They had to get back home and get to bed and get up to work the next day, and there was no trouble at all.